Yeah.
Because it is part of the meal.
Yeah.
And you should have an expectation of a certain quality.
Sure.
Sometimes you get some not good fries.
Yeah.
Do you then say, well, I don't want to eat this burger no more because the fries weren't good? No, you still go back and fucking get the burger again, right? And hope that you get better fries next time.
Yeah. Right? For sure.
No, good analogy.
There you go.
Hey, bitch, the burger was good. I'm sorry you got some cold ass fries this time. I really am.
Hey, let's podcast already.
Shit. I'm Javi Luna, husband, father, and stand-up comedian. I've been fortunate enough to spend over a decade traveling the country, making audiences laugh. But my favorite audience is the one right here at home in Corpus Christi, Texas. My wife and co-host, Jen. Once a week, we sit down and have a chat. There's other podcasts like this, but this one's mine. And that makes it original. Welcome out to the original Gordito podcast. It's episode 140 here with the Miss the lovely Sweets here. How you doing, ma'am?
Hello.
I'm gonna adjust this here here. There we go. Getting the angles. Last week it was me. This week it's you. How you doing, Mrs.
I'm
Luna?
good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. So, flying high, in enjoying the ride, as they say. We got a weekend of rest.
We did. It was
this
much
week,
much needed.
Much needed. Everything. It was like, it felt like just from before the special, trying to promote the launch of it, to shows on the road, to spring break with the kids, which was
not relaxing.
For parents, if your parents, your kids' vacation is your extra work sometimes.
Exactly.
So I felt like this was the first weekend where I didn't have any shows. I had a show on Thursday, but I didn't have anything this weekend. Didn't have anything going on. Where the kids had to be somewhere.
Right.
It wasn't no one's birthday. It wasn't anything.
There wasn't anything on the schedule.
So it was a nice slowdown. I probably slacked a little bit on some of my social media stuff, which is okay because I'm gearing back up, for the second push on the special here. But I definitely needed this past weekend to just
recoup.
Recoup a lot because. I am, like I say on here all the time, I'm a one-man operation.
You really are.
I don't have the option of waking up and having a slow start to the day, because if I don't get out there and promote my stuff and do my thing, then it doesn't happen. There's no manager. There's no team behind me. It's still very much me out here. So like I said, I felt like I really needed this past weekend.
Well, good.
So Friday night took you to Chili's.
He did,
nice
y'all.
Gourmet dinner.
I was so excited though. I liked Chili's, and it had been a minute.
Yeah. You didn't complain. Complain's not the right word.
No.
You.
I was trying to remember how long it had been.
You claimed 5 years, which I don't believe.
Yes.
For a second, I know I don't like Chili's. I know it's not my go-to. It's just we go out to eat so rarely. Again,
very rare.
We're busy all the time.
Yeah.
We very rarely get like a date night or anything like that. This wasn't even a date night. We took Lindsay with us, but it was just,
I called it a date night junior.
A date night junior?
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, and it was fun. It's just,
it was
different with the kid in tow.
Like, I was ordering all my favorite things. I was like having a blast. I was like, "Ooh, this is a blast from the past."
Yeah. We did the date night. Gotta get the drinks on date night. You gotta get the apps.
For sure.
Apps are a major key on date night.
Yes.
If you don't get an app, it's not a date night.
No.
And the only thing we didn't do is
dessert.
We were gonna do dessert.
We were, but I was too full.
We were gonna hit up a little bit of some 31 flavors,
which is my favorite.
Was the plan, but yeah, we enjoyed ourselves too much. Hey, doggies, settle down over there.
Every time it never fails.
Talked to before the podcast. I'm sorry, guys, if you're not enjoying the dog sounds in the background.
Like, we've really tried to figure out what to do. They're a mess. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and if we leave them outside in the backyard,
she'll start howling.
They'll howl and bang at the door, so it's no better. So
So we're working on it.
So yeah, we're gonna get it. I'm gonna get my own studio eventually.
We're working on it.
This is gonna possibly happen if I get a chance to get anything done in this household that I need to get done. I was fucking making meatloaf tonight and cutting up videos at the same time.
Oh, you were doing it at the same time?
Making peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. No, corn dogs. It was corn dog today.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
So, yeah, man, and I had.
Well, yeah, I worked late, so you had to do all of that.
And post anything. Now that I'm a content creator now, guys.
Yes, you are.
Not just a stand-up comedian. Okay, I gotta create content.
Yes, you
all
do.
the time. I gotta go live every day.
Yes, you do.
Now on TikTok, even not just Instagram anymore. No, just on. I am going live on Instagram. Okay, well you need to go on TikTok. Dude, shit, I'm not that lively, motherfucker.
You're like, I was just getting used to Instagram.
Jesus Christ, man. You know.
That's funny.
Yeah. Fucking so now that I've hit a certain threshold on TikTok, apparently it benefits me to go live on there more often to keep the good times rolling.
I like
now that I fed the monster, it wants more.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna see how far we can push this. What kind of content I can come up with on there. I'm not a social media person. I'm a stand-up.
That's
you know
right.
what I'm saying? So
having to do that part of it, you're learning it. Yeah,
for sure. I mean, I've done sketches and stuff before, but they were always just something on the side of what I did. But definitely to have to wake up every day and be like, oh, what am I going to put out today?
Yeah.
Instead of just I put out the content that I enjoy.
Right.
So trying to get to that point. The podcast helps because I enjoy this. This is the only conversation sometimes we get to have.
That's true because we're so busy.
Yeah, for sure.
I love podcast days.
For sure, man. I did have a good show in Dripping Springs. I will not be back. Let's talk about it, man. Let's fucking talk about it. What?
He said a great show, but I won't be back.
I won't be back. Apparently, I'm like Javi Luna's like old Marty McFly. When Marty McFly went back, it's a little heavy. It's a little heavy for 1955 old Javi Luna. Which here's the thing. Here's gonna be my complaint, and and I'm not bad mouthing the venue, right? Mm-hmm. If what I take you is not what you're looking for,
right?
That's fine.
It happens.
It's your business. You have every right not to have my style comedy. Or here's the thing. Okay. I went out there to do a show. Yes. They wanted a certain length of amount, so I had to bring some openers with me. Mm-hmm. Okay. Here's the thing with opening acts, right? Mm-hmm. They're usually not as experienced as the headliner.
Sure.
Right? Uh-huh. They're getting paid less.
Yeah.
Because they're not as experienced. That's the way that works.
Right.
I'd be hard pressed to find another headliner that was willing to, hey, you want to come to Dripping Springs and do 10 minutes before me? They'd be like, fuck you, Javi. No, I'm not. Why would I do that?
Exactly. It makes sense.
So, that being said, some of the comics I took weren't as palatable to the audience out there. They didn't appreciate their brand of humor. And while, I don't like to tell anybody what jokes to do, what jokes not to do.
Sure.
I do, as a rule, because comics are sensitive motherfuckers. But I do give them a heads up that like, hey, this room might be a little bit more reserved.
Sure.
They might not appreciate certain, jokes. I wouldn't necessarily maybe shy if you're not sure. Got to read on the room. Maybe stay away from politics. Stay away from anything super controversial because. While you should be able to say what you want to say as a comic, right? When it's your show. When you're just hired to be on someone else's show, you really shouldn't go in there trying to piss people off.
Sure, because you're supposed to just...
Right, because this is still a job. at the end of the day, right?
Mhm.
So the idea is you are representing the person you're opening for.
Right.
Now, okay, so here's the issue that I take with this. Okay, so they didn't appreciate one or two of the opening acts and their quote unquote raunchy material. Okay. Apparently, I was fine. Which should be the main focus of the thing, right? If the guy you hired to come, these were extras and right. Whatever. I get it. Then what
like if you were,
it's like when you go to no, this is a bad. I was gonna say it's like when you go get a burger. The burger's real good, but the fries aren't that great.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it is part of the meal. Yeah. And you should have an expectation of a certain quality.
Sure.
Sometimes you get some not good fries.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you then say, well, I don't want to eat this burger no more because the fries weren't good? No, you still go back and fucking get the burger again, right? And hope that you get better fries next time.
Yeah. Right? For sure.
No, good analogy.
There you go.
Hey, bitch, the burger was good. I'm sorry you got some cold ass fries this time. I really am. The fries were hot when I brought them to you. Like, I didn't intentionally bring you cold fries. Stale ass, fucking no salt on them fries. They were hot. It's just sometimes, whatever.
It happens.
Comics, we are not for everybody. That special title doesn't just apply to me. It applies to comedy in general, which I've been saying in a lot of interviews. Is it something to do with you? It's for comedy across the board.
Sure.
That's why we find people wanting to cancel comics and shit like that instead of just saying, "It's not for me. I don't like your shit."
Right.
Great. Don't watch it.
Exactly.
Don't go to the show. Like block me. I don't care.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let's rewind 5 seconds ago and pretend like you never even knew I existed. How about that?
That'd be the best way.
So yeah. So that was unfortunate. To find out. Am I okay with that? Am I okay with never doing Dripping Springs again? Yeah, because I intend to be headlining. Well, I already do headline Austin, but I want to headline it in an even bigger room than I already have. So
there you go.
So if you're in Dripping Springs and you liked what I did, and there's plenty of people that did, and in fact, the one opening act, and that's why I'm not going to out him at all because this is not on him, right? He did his humor, and it didn't land well. He's inexperienced, so he doesn't have a lot of wealth of material to pull from, even if he was able to read the room like, hey, this isn't working. And he did the time that was asked of him, which speaks to the booker that was working. She goes, well, you should have vetted carefully. I was like, he did 10 minutes. I had seen him do 10 minutes plenty of time. I like what he does, and
it should have been good.
I thought it should have been good, but sometimes comedy is very subjective. You know what I'm saying? But he didn't get off early, which is another no in comedy, right? He stuck it out. He was bombing. Unfortunately he had no other material to pull from at that time, and it's what happened.
Right.
So I'm I already talked to the guy. I was like, this doesn't ruin you with me or anything like that. It's just I was all like, just let this be a lesson that your material's not just your material when you're part of someone else's show.
Yeah.
It's one thing when you're out there, doing an open mic, or you're on a showcase with a bunch of other comics or whatever. But when you're opening for somebody, you represent them. So if you piss off the venue, you piss off the venue for
them. Yeah.
Like I said, in this matter, it wasn't a venue that I was interested in keeping a relationship. Anyway, I did an hour of comedy, but I had to work. And work's not the right, because I didn't struggle at all. But I had to watch
what you were saying
at all times. Like I couldn't, definitely, I cut out like probably 99% of my cussing.
Oh, wow.
Would cut a lot of jokes short from going too graphic, did a lot more innuendo.
Oh, wow.
and got the appreciation of the older crowd, older conservative. Called me over to the table. Hey, you were really funny, and she had some comment on some joke. It is what it is. But there was people there that had seen me before. Some guy that had, Nathan, shout out Nathan Stuber. I don't know if you listened to the podcast or not. If you do, thank you for coming out. He had seen me in Kingsville years ago.
Cool.
He lives out there now. He came to the show. And even the young opener that got effectively got us banned, had two different people come up and say that he was their favorite.
Oh wow!
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. And then one regular there came up and Kristen, sorry to disappoint you. She was all like, "Yeah, I'm gonna tell them that they need to definitely bring out back. Like they've had other comics here before, and it just doesn't work or whatever." Apparently, your plea didn't work, Kristen. Which goes to tell me the people there enjoyed the show.
They did,
enjoyed the show. It might have been more offensive to the owner than it was, or unfortunately, the squeaky wheel gets the oil. Mm-hmm. Right, so if there was somebody that complained about it, they were probably louder than the people saying, "Oh yeah, that was great, bring it back again."
True, very true. That's possibility.
Unfortunately, a negative review weighs heavier than a positive one. So, kiss my ass, Dripping Springs. No, I'm kidding. Wow. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No, not mad at anyone in the equation. We go our separate ways. We're not for everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What else did we do this week? We got some other than getting uninvited to Dripping Springs. We got some crawfish this weekend.
Oh my God, it was so good.
Hands down, the best crawfish I've ever had. Crouillon crawfish team. They look like they do a barbecue cook-off team, but instead they do crawfish.
Oh my God.
They all had like shirts and hoodies, and they were out at Lazy Beach Brewing Company, and not a sponsor. And man, yeah.
We took Lindsay. We took my mom.
Yeah,
we had a good time.
Brewer thing. There was kids running around. I offered to let her go run around, but she stuck right there at the table.
She was eating
with us.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only thing that was probably missing out there, I know you think brewery, right? Would be a playground.
I was just thinking that same thing.
The brewery that we're not invited to had a very nice playground. Out there.
And
but you know what they don't have? They don't have a Javi Luna no more. That's what they don't got.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, ma'am.
There you go.
Yes, ma'am. Where am I going to be coming to, though? Very soon I will be at El Paso Comic Strip, at Bart Reed's Comic Strip in El Paso, Texas. That's April 6th through the 8th. Woo. Catch me there. All right, that's with Chingo Bling and Julian Luera. The homie from El Paso will be opening up the show there.
Nice.
I will try not to get Chingo uninvited.
Oh God!
I will try my damnedest. And let's see, April 20th, my Stand Up and Smoke Fest, Javi Luna Stand Up and Smoke Fest here in Corpus Christi at Alexia's Event Center. Tickets will be on sale very shortly. It's on my to-do list. Like I told you, one-man operation. What else do you want? No, I'm going to have a great partner on that, Mike G Productions, helping me put that together. We are still looking for a few more sponsors. And we don't want to overload it, but we can take a few more sponsors on. And, of course, we still got vendor space. Food truck, we might be capped on it. But hit me up. We'll see what we can do.
Cool.
If you're interested in being part of that, I'd love to have you. Comics, we're good right now, so don't try not to blow me up too much. And then May 5th, Gordito de Mayo at Upstage Comedy Lounge in San Antonio, Texas. Man, I'm excited to come out there. It's a relatively small venue, like 100 seats, man. So I'd love to sell that shit out. Cinco de Mayo, great night to go out and have some laughs.
Yeah,
and Yeah.
I'm excited. That one's
And
my
then
favorite.
if everyone is there to see me, then no one fucking complains. You know, it's when you get randoms that don't know what they're gonna exactly what they're walking into.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
That's true.
That need watered down fucking comedy. Go, go get you a cruise ship comic. No insult to cruise ship comics, but y'all are used to playing that.
Towing the line.
Fucking towing that line, fucking down the middle. Not, don't say anything that might irk anyone.
Sure.
Too much. So yeah, that might be better what they're looking for. All right. That being said, what you got for me, man?
All right. So, your article this week says, mortified mom never wants to see neighbors again after they invade bedroom.
I mean, I don't want to see my neighbors
Ever.
Ever. The best neighbor is the one that you never see.
Uh-huh.
That's the best fucking neighbor to me. And that's because I grew up with really close neighbors.
Uh-huh.
Like really close neighbors. But
see, so did I, and I missed that a little bit.
Do you?
Yeah. I said a little bit though, not.
Yeah, no. And I don't. And it's nothing against the people, like the neighbors we have.
Our neighbors
like
are
we
fine.
know them. They're nice. It's nothing against them. I'm talking about just me as a person. It's like no. Like my goal is to move out of the city to where I don't have a neighbor that I could see. A neighbor, yeah, he lives somewhere over
yonder,
there, that way. I think there's another one this way, but like further.
And then further than that,
yeah. That's the best neighbors. So, but this one, it took them invading her
bedroom. Okay, so a person's bedroom can often be their own personal and private sanctuary, and the idea of having that invaded by people you aren't that close to can be daunting, right? So this was the case for this lady after she discovered that her neighbors had all been inside her bedroom while she was away on vacation. They were going through her things and transforming her space. The unnamed mom has turned to the internet for some much needed advice after coming home to an unwanted, quote, surprise from those who live near her.
Okay, is there more to this story?
Oh, yeah, there's more. I just didn't know.
Okay, so up to this point, I mean, I already know what happened. Can I say what happened?
What happened?
Well, like it's obviously a very clickbaity article. I can.
You and your clickbaity articles.
They tried to surprise her by redoing her bedroom or something like that. Yeah.
Yes, they did.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
But why is that clickbaity though?
Because it was misleading, invading their room, like.
Well, no, they had it in quotes. Mm-hmm. You knew it wasn't like invading when you read it.
Yeah, no, yeah, you use journalist. You use the word. You knew what the connotation of invade.
True.
Okay, so go ahead.
So she explained how she never wants to see the neighbors again. She wants to know if she's being unreasonable, that her privacy was invaded. She went away for the weekend. When she came home, her friends gave her a bedroom makeover. When she says friends, it's basically a neighbor who was a bit of a busybody who got a group of people together and took it upon themselves to clean and decorate her bedroom as a treat. When she came back, she was greeted by said neighbor, then blindfolded and did the big reveal type thing, flinging the door open. Mm-hmm. Yeah. The neighbor said that she noticed that she had been struggling and she wanted to create a heaven or a haven. I don't know why I said heaven. Oh my God. A haven for this lady to relax in.
First of all, do I think she's overreacting?
Yes.
No. Mm-hmm. No. Because while it is a nice thing,
it's a nice gesture.
I think the busy buddy needs to get fucking slapped. Wow! Because I can tell, because the shade, even in the compliment, was there. So I'm with it because I was like, is she really busy buddy? No, first of all, we noticed she had been struggling. Oh, bitch! Did you just say I'm fucking dirty? Because that's what I heard you say. Yeah, like we knew it could use it. It could really use it. Like the fucking audacity. This bitch had a lot of audacity and a lot of time on her hands.
For real, though.
To be worried about someone else keeping their house.
Yes. And not only that, she got other neighbors, but they like had to pitch in money to like pay for all the shit that they did to redecorate and redo this woman's bedroom. Like, that's a lot, bro.
So was it just that she was struck? She mean were they talking about like struggling financially or like struggling?
She just meant like just
keeping a nice house.
Yeah, just struggling. She just that in general, this lady has just been struggling, and so she wanted to provide her with a space where she could just like.
Okay, I was getting stuck on you said they cleaned it. But it wasn't that. Okay, because I was all like...
But she made a point to say, like, they cleaned it. Like, they were going through, like, her underwear, her drawers, like, her medication, like, all
whatever
that stuff.
You planned on doing should not have involved any of that.
Yeah.
In fact, I think anything, like, don't come into my house.
Yeah.
When I'm not there. Like, even if I hired you to house sit or let the dogs out or fucking feed the cat or I don't know.
We don't have a cat.
Whatever. Whatever. I don't know this lady's life or whatever. Fucking maybe she got a lizard.
Well, so what happened was her daughter let them in. Like the neighbor came over and told the daughter what she wanted to do. So the daughter
see her daughter no more either.
She got mad at her daughter. But and her daughter, so now her daughter's like, you're just being ungrateful.
Well, okay, here's the thing. I get the embarrassment. Mm-hmm. Okay, I get the initial embarrassment. I get the initial reaction of, oh my God, so embarrassing. I don't ever want to see anybody again.
Yes,
I can't look at them. They've seen my underwear.
Exactly.
Right, because it seemed that's what they noted in there.
Yeah,
they had. Right, that's what she seems. I bet you that's what she's most mortified by.
Oh, I'm sure.
Not that they redecorated her room, which I don't
But see, no, I wouldn't want someone in my room without my permission and then going through all my stuff and redecorating. No.
For sure, but to say that I never, you might initially say that you don't, but
it would be hella embarrassing.
It would, but also, y'all are all fucking adults. Okay. And play the other side of the coin here. This is going to become how we just... I'm going to really showcase my logic because this is how I am in real life. Like, this is not just for the podcast. Okay? I'm very good, I think, at looking at the two sides of a coin.
You really are.
Okay. So I get her initial reaction. I get not wanting people in your house.
Yes.
Right? Because I'm that way too. Like, I don't like people... Don't show up at my house uninvited. Oh, no. Like, I ain't answering the door. I will ignore your ass. Even if you're related to me. Do not come to my house uninvited. Ain't happening. I grew up in that house that fucking was a revolving door. I didn't enjoy it. No. I didn't enjoy it. I don't like it. My home is my sanctuary.
Absolutely. 100%.
So I get that. I get the feeling like your privacy has been invaded. I get why that would upset her.
Yeah.
And make her jealous. And just embarrassed.
Yeah.
Right? But here's the thing. You're also an adult. These people are adults. Whatever was embarrassing that you didn't want them to see, what could you possibly have been? Underwear? Guess what? We all got underwear. We're adults here. Like, oh, you wear underwear? Oh, me too. Shit. Yeah.
But she also said like her medicine. Like, you don't want like your neighbors that you don't even know to know like what medicines you take and stuff.
I get that. Okay, but also like, fuck, shit, it happened.
True.
Let's move past it. Why are you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like to an extent when you're that worried about it, like, it's because would you judge someone for knowing what medicines they're on? Hey, I don't know your health history, man. Or why you're taking what you're taking.
Yeah.
But if we're friends, I trusted that you're intelligent enough, you're a fucking grown ass person. Mm-hmm. Here's the thing. I guess maybe here's where I differ from people. I don't give a shit what another grown ass person does with their time, their money, with their fucking life. I don't care what your house looks like. Mm-hmm. Like if you're fucking good, hey, do you, right? Yeah. You know, and if these people are your friends, which obviously they are, right? Because the tell here, right, in the story between the lines is these people liked this woman enough
to do that.
to not only do it, but they pitched in money.
Yeah.
For it. So these are not just your neighbors, they're obviously your friends. So why are you so upset that your friends tried to do something nice for you? Even if it was a little bit embarrassing. Why you really don't think you would be able to get over that?
I wouldn't.
Yeah?
I wouldn't.
Like ever.
Mm-mm. No, because that's no. I just don't like that idea of someone in my stuff, and especially without her knowing. Mm-hmm. Like, no, I don't. Like, if I agreed upon it, like if we're doing trading spaces and we agreed, okay,
yeah.
But you're just coming in while I'm on vacation?
No, I get like being upset about it.
No, that's what I'm saying, but I don't think I could ever get over it.
The inability, it's not the being upset about it. It's the inability to move past it. If there was really no harm, no foul, other than the embarrassment.
Yeah.
Right? And an embarrassment is about perception. Right? So yes, they saw my medications. Yes, they saw my underwear. Oh my God. Is it the end of the world?
It's not the end of the world.
Grand scheme of things.
It's not the end of the world, but I wouldn't get over it.
Did it really rob you of your dignity, other than the fact that you're choosing to focus on that? That you have the inability to look at this person and not think, oh my God, they saw my medicine cabinet. Oh my God, they saw my underwear.
And what they must think of me, that they had to collect money.
Bingo. And you're worried about what people think of you because you think of them. Right? That's what I've learned about the human condition. The judgment that we spend a lot of time in our own minds thinking, oh, what they must think about me, what they must say about me. And all you're doing is that's your own self-judgment that you have on yourself that you're putting into someone else's voice or to someone else's head 90% of the time. Are there haters out there? Yes, they exist, right? But the biggest hater is in your fucking head all the time. I can guarantee you with that. That's the case for everybody.
Yeah,
we need to become aware of that and tell yourself when you're doing that, like, hey, you don't know that they're judging you that hard, because guess what? I live a very busy life. You live a very busy life. You live a very busy life. How much time do you have on your hands to sit there and worry about what Sally has in her medicine cabinet?
I ain't got no time.
So what makes you think you're so fucking important that your neighbors are sitting at home over dinner like, hey, did you see what Jessica had in her medicine cabinet? Wow. Well, hey, what do you want to do tonight, baby? Let's talk about Valerie's underwear. Remember that time we went over there? How fucking narcissistic are you, man? That you think fucking everybody's just so fascinated with you, with your unmentionables. Like, do you think, like, honestly, like, you think, let's say, whatever, we wouldn't do it without permission, whatever. But okay, let's say you had a friend who was in an accident, right? You're in an accident. They don't have no spouse and whatever. Hey, I gotta go get you a change of clothes. Clothes to take you to the hospital. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Well, I'm your friend, and you maybe you were even unconscious. I just knew. I was like, hey, they're gonna come out of this. They're gonna need some clothes. I'm gonna pack you a bag from your apartment. And guess what? Yeah, dude, I saw your fucking boxers. You so embarrassed you're not gonna talk to me again?
No.
Gotta reframe the embarrassment because that's you. That's your judge. When we get embarrassed by stuff, it's our judgment on it because all we can think about is, oh my God, what everyone must think about me. Who gives a fuck?
This lady in this article.
What? So work on that. Work on that. That's what I say to that lady.
Mm-hmm.
Work on that because at the end of the day, busybody or not, you know what I'm saying. Maybe if they just thought you were just struggling and you could really benefit from having a peaceful space in your home, it's unfortunate that the opposite happened.
Right.
They were trying to create you a safe space, a peaceful place, and they created a place that now reminds you of this traumatic thing. I would say that you need to have a sit down with your neighbors that are also your friends. Let them know how you feel and be a big girl and move the fuck on. Okay. Because at the end of the day, they didn't steal your underwear. They didn't fucking ransack your fucking house. They went and redecorated your bedroom.
I said at the beginning it was a good gesture. Yeah. It was sweet. Mm-hmm. But I would have still felt the same way. I would have felt like my privacy was invaded.
Okay. All right. Well, it is that is the end of the episode.
We did it.
Yeah, we got through it. I'm actually headed to Houston tomorrow to record some more What Did He Said podcast. Yay. So you make sure you check that out over on that feed. And thank y'all so much, man. And don't forget to check out the special if you haven't done that yet. Streaming on YouTube, man. Still getting them hits. Javi Luna, Not For Everybody on YouTube at Universal Comedy, man. Until then, I'll see y'all next week. One love.